especially the last part of that fourth quarter, considering we didn't score for like 4 minutes. They buckled down and did the job on the boards. And, I thought our defense was really active. Our defense won us the game clearly tonight, not our offense.
All right, let's start in the room. Kevin? Coach, you sort of touched on, what do you think of the response after you made a run on fourth quarter?
I think, kind of what Becky said, just locking in on the defensive end. I think we did a pretty good job of communicating and being aware of, where everyone was going, knowing our personnel. So we really had to buckle in. And then once we play out of our defense, rusty or not, we're a pretty decent team. So we just really had to buckle in on defensive end.
And Becky, what was the explanation on that, on the challenge?
She started her upward shooting motion.
But to do that also, if we're going to allow us.
No, you can ask the question.
But I'm like, if we're going to allow to have a challenge, I feel like we should have all angles from the camera views. Don't give us a challenge because it's like here, because NBA has it. Give us a challenge because we're fully equipped to have angles to see exactly what happens in the play. And I don't know if I'm gonna get fined off of that, but I just feel like we got to think a little bit smarter when we're getting these perks and things when it comes to the games. Cause it's like, if we don't have all the angles of it, then just throw the challenge away and just let us continue to play like we've been playing for years. Like, that's just my take on it.
So did you think she charged?
I 100%. Yes, because AC was on the level of me, like.
I don't know how that's not, but anyways.
Andy?
Yeah, KP, you hit that floater midway through the fourth quarter. You guys hadn't scored yet, and you seemed really like you're trying to get your team pumped up. I guess, what was your objective in that moment, and what were you trying to communicate maybe to your teammates, to whoever that was for, I guess, or maybe just yourself?
0 free throw shot for Kelsey. Yeah, honestly, I was just trying to get to the paint throughout the whole game. And then, we had a little bit of a run where we weren't scoring. And so, again, I just got to the paint. I thought I got bumped. And it's tough because, as a player, I'm trying to battle down there with their guards and I'm getting fouls called on me. And I just feel like, sometimes it's frustrating when, there's certain things that the refs are, calling, which is like, okay, as a player, you have to adjust. But I think sometimes I didn't shoot any free throws tonight. And Andy, you see me play, I kind of live in the paint. So it's 36 minutes she plays. It's 36. It's really hard to so I think if anything, I was just yelling obscenities, but I just was frustrated. That's all.
100%. And then Becky, you guys, I don't know if you can really contain Jewel Lloyd, but 12 points, she's averaging 26 almost. A lot of blitzes, a lot of getting the ball out of her hands. I guess, how do you feel like you executed the game plan against her today?
I thought our defense was great. They scored 63 points to hold Jewel Lloyd to 12 points in a game like that. Any game, I don't care if it's a pickup game, all-star game, to hold her to 12 points is a really good job. We have a lot of respect for her. And it's a full team effort. We threw different bodies at her, different looks. She was reading different defenses all night, as was, their point guards trying to figure out what we were in. I thought they did a pretty good job of mixing up their defense as well. So overall, really good. Their top three scorers are 12, 12, and 11. That's just really hard to do. So I thought our defense was, like I said, our defense won the game, not our offense.
Thank you.
Thanks. Coach Hammon, I guess if you could comment on this and maybe Asia as well. I know you said before the game, Candace may be out for a while. What's the most difficult part of her not being there, and how does sort of everybody, sort of adjust to that? Obviously, you didn't have her last year, but she's played a pretty good role this year. What do you guys do without her on the court?
I think honestly, we kind of missed Candace taking it off the rim, pushing it. It allowed our guards to get up the court. It allowed us to flow into an offense in a way that we didn't have last year. So we're definitely going to miss that. And also her communication and her IQ that she would have in the locker room, the way that she would break down plays and give us these options is always something we were always thinking about, the next step. So it's definitely going to be missed a lot. But at the same time, I think it also we got to step up. We got to fill those shoes, and it's pretty big shoes to fill when you're talking about Candace Parker. But we know that we're just hoping that she has like a recovery and healthy for not just now, but for a long term. So yeah, Miss Kennedy.
It's obviously a tough one to swallow, because she means too much to our team. I know I'm gonna miss her playmaking ability. I thought the last 8 to 10 games, she was just helping us on the boards, moving the ball, talking defensively. I thought she was really playing great. So it's unfortunate. So it's a little bit more pressure on everybody else to step up and fill those shoes, but we miss her on both ends. There's no doubt. We miss her voice, we miss her presence, because she certainly got an energy to her too. So yeah, we're hoping that she gets a good prognosis here and gets better.
All right, hand raised, last questions, Ref B, with nothing but that sports.net.
This is Ron Fieg with nothing but that sport. I got a question for sports talk. I got a question for Asia Wilson. I mean, this team is literally 20-2, which is like one of the most dominant seasons we've had in WNBA history. I mean, what are your overall thoughts of being able to make a major contribution to the type of team this Aces is?
Man, I love my teammates. Like, I love them through and through. Those are my sisters. I wouldn't want to go to war with anyone else. And I mean, the record is a reflection of who we are and what we stand for. And we just like to have fun while doing it. And we're just so competitive and we're locked in. And I love the feeling that we have in our locker room. It's a great feeling to be around. I love coming to work every single day. And I'm going to ride till the wheels fall off when it comes to my teammates. And I feel like they'll do the same for me. So I think that energy, when you walk into a gym, when you walk into our locker room, you feel it. And it's just being reciprocated. And it just goes down the line from 1 to 11. And I just think that that's a big key into how we are and who we are now.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck in the next game against the Minnesota Lynx.
Thank you.
Thank you.
23-15, 3-3 ain't bad either.
Go get some rest, 2:30 a.m. wake up.